some mouse cursor action? Oh, we do. Alright, we're rolling. We get some moving the mic into the proper spot, which I forgot. Action, we do. On top of the old foam brick. So, hey everyone, we're doing some more HighFleet. Why are we doing some more HighFleet? Well, I think the actual question here is, why are we going to be restarting the campaign, even though I don't really want to? And the answer is because I didn't realize last time that it was still capturing in the old 1600 by 900 resolution. So that sucks. Did not see that till the end. I'm gonna make one what's the word, like a concession, like a one change from my usual plan, in that I will be granting myself one custom ship in the start of this campaign. I don't want to do that in the past because that's how you start to get really OP. However, I've got an idea. I haven't really done much ship building stuff yet, though. So anyway, what I want to do, I want to have a little, like, mini itty bitty carrier. It's just gonna be like a recon carrier. It's gonna have 2 planes, and that's gonna require 6 runways. I mean, oh yeah, 6 runway slots. We're gonna build it up. We're gonna have 2 aircraft in total. They're gonna be here. We need how much ammo? Module. Need 2. Is that 2? That's 2. We're gonna have these. It's gonna be just a dinky little boy. Maybe we could put some. Maybe we don't even put some sensors on it. I don't know. We need some fuel tanks. Could be a bit of a tanker. Definitely never enters combat ever sort of deal here. And what I ask is my kitty cat doing? Fighting over the long box. This is what they do. Alright, so now we need some power. Let's put on the thrusters first. We're gonna need... So if I recall, the straight up and down thrusters are much more fuel efficient. Maybe power efficient too? Absolutely. So I'll just take the most efficient ones. We really don't need much combat maneuverability. Speed, well, as long as it can keep up with... Well, I don't know. Let's say 200 at the minimum, maybe? 200? Give that a shot. And I always wondered, if you put the engines far from the center of mass, will that really improve, like, your, will that do anything in terms of like introducing moments and improving maneuverability? I don't know. I don't think it matters, so I just want to get this done. We can start playing. Right now we got quite the fast cruise speed, but we don't have all the pieces on the hull yet. Start making it a little more symmetrical here. Can I fit some turny boys? Yeah. Do I want to, though? Maybe I'll put one kind of in the middle. Put it down here. Just the one. And then we gotta have some landy gear. Just kind of doing like that. Maybe we can do like a little footy. Some footies. Like that. Duplicate them up. It's like the same angle. Yeah. I don't remember any of the hotkeys. Still kind of in that early morning brain fog type of state, but she's coming together. I'll start thinking harder if I really need to lighten up the mass or something. No armor, so that's going to be convenient. We can put maybe crew quarters on one side, power on the other. How much power do we need? Apparently we're fine on power. I guess that'll change when we add crew quarters. Yeah. Crew. We get a crew metric. I don't know if I put this here. The bridge crew comes with 60, and that's enough already. Get that out of here. So the only thing we need now are evac pods. They don't require power, so we can just 2 pods for the bridge crew. I guess we still need electricity for the engines. Oh no, the engines have a power need. That's alright, what if we put in the smallest one? That's all we need. No, it's gotta be just tracking the metric wrong. Power need, even the landing struts need power. The big ones. Engine 1.2. How much for this guy? 1.6. So let's say we need like 3 megawatts. That's 2.8. What if we duplicate it? If we duplicate it, it's going to be more expensive than just having one. So what if we move both the pods over to the side, have the generator on the other side? I don't know about that, but well, still not good enough. I think we've got a bit of an unfortunate thing going on here where nothing might actually be connected to each other. So if we have an ammo module, fixes the planes. Oh, I remember. You can't transfer things like power across just a fuel tank only connection. So we're gonna put some struts there. And that didn't seem to do anything. Because the power is, again, over another fuel tank only gap. So let's put some hull up here. And put some corners on the corners. Looks like it doesn't even go over the flight decks either. Oh man. Come on. If we, let's see, where can we improve here? Tumbus, where can we improve? What if we, what if we do a little asymmetrical action here? Maybe that's not a great idea. Do we have like a center of mass marker? What about this red X? I don't know what that is. And then there's like a white, well, the white one is just my center of screen. I don't know, it's looking pretty symmetrical, so I hope that's not the center of mass. Could be the center of thrust if this one doesn't work. Although, I don't know. How do we snake all this stuff together? I'll have to move the flight decks up. What if let's see. What if I move the fuel tanks to the outside? a bit of reorganizing here. Sadly. Just gotta move all this over. Throw that here. Like this here. Now it'll be a bit ickier, but we can have the power module next to the ammo. They're both, you know, like quote-unquote protected, although if the fuel explodes, then these things are going to explode anyway. Now I just have to think about thrust. Still gotta bridge this gap. We can take off like these. Didn't really want them there in the first place. Maybe we'll have that. Yeah, we won't. We can have like a little bit of a bridge up here. Flip them over here. Put these guys in. Put some little 1x2s. Maybe we can tuck the little escape pods in there. I don't know if they're gonna function properly like that, so I'm just gonna have them go downwards. Now, you guys are still whining about power. Why might that be? See, now here, this shows like you can see that red-blue line following the power conduit, but it's not mirroring on the other side. Sure wonder why. Can it not go through the loader? And if so, why not? What if we give it a bridge down here? No, what the hell? It can go through here, right? I'm gonna replace these hull pieces. Okay, so this is good now. Apparently it can go through the bridge this whole time. It still can go through the bridge. So it works like this. The thruster functions. I've got double the power I need. So one would think, if all the hull pieces are placed properly so that it can go all the way to this engine, all we need to do is replace this chassis part now, right? Okay. Okay, powered up. We've got 6 megawatts, which is more than 1.5 times we need. So, however, 2 would not be enough, so I'm gonna just stick with the 6. Is it gonna be our ship? Looks like the red X is back in the center, so maybe that is like a center of thrust. Only thing I could think of maybe are like a couple of radio antennae, that sort of deal. What's the cost we're looking at right now? 9,500. The speed is very fast. This is good. Fuel efficiency is good. Not gonna add anything in the way of combat potential here, because if this ever gets in combat, I've already lost the fight, and I don't know why this, I would never really dedicate it to combat either. The only way it might be in combat is if we are fired on by a missile. So what I could do is maybe do some point events, but 3,000 is quite a lot. What about these little sprint missiles? 300, but it requires fire control radar to operate. That's probably gonna make it expensive again. We're looking for this 1,000. Or 3. I don't know what the difference is, really. But if we can make this work, just for fun, right? Just for aesthetics. If we pop the little guy here, I don't know if he really needs to be high up. Just going to make it higher than the planes. You know what? Maybe that works anyway. I have no idea if this is necessary, but got no problem with doing it. One more. Alright. Little tower. Now we're low on crew. Not really low on crew. We've got like 2 crew, too few. And that's good enough for me. It'll lower the performance of some things. Probably like a little bit. But a little bit? Who cares? Let's see if I can toss both missiles. Just thinking about doing... what do you think? Like just one? Just one. Just one. There we go. There's gonna be our little recon carrier. Couple $1,000. Well, not even a couple. 1,300 bucks more than it was gonna be originally. That's okay. By resetting my old campaign, I was given like a 10,000 bonus cash, even though I didn't really think that was fair, but it's gonna be given to me regardless, so I'm gonna just call it the what's a good name for a recon carrier? Do we have an Intrepid? We already have an Intrepid. That's an easy one. I gotta think of maybe like a how about the Vagabond? Alright. There she is. Just do a little test flight here. I'm gonna get into the campaign. Here I am. I'll have the planes face the other way now. I forget what the quick defense launching button is. So I guess we'll have to figure out what that is. Alright, so that's why we're not going to use this thing in combat, because its planes are already destroyed. That's fine. Just do a little bit of rotation here. There we go. And away we go. So, if I restart this one, we're getting at 1,100 bucks. This lowermost row has the smallest bonus, so that's the one I'm gonna pick. Hi, kitty. You gonna interrupt my stream? Oh, yeah, you are. Can't see. Move your ass, please. Thank you. Move your ass some more, please. Alright. Now, if I am correct, she should be somewhere in the list. I'll take it. I'll take a Skyway, as always. Who's my boy here? The Lightning? I think so. A couple of these. Everyone needs a couple of those. 80,000 bucks. Let's spend, what do you think, 50? Thinking about one bigger combat ship. Maybe a smaller one too. Maybe an AA, but it's ambitious. How much for an AA? 15? Well, 16? Maybe. Alright. Go for a, missile carrier. They're just fun. And a, your nuclear carrier. I see, I see. Okay, can I get a, Warren, what do you got? Get some bombs. Ooh, bombers. I think the Ninja's the one I made, and it's a lot faster and arguably outright better than the Rook, but I'm gonna take the Rook anyway because it's worse and more expensive, and it's the way I'm restricting myself to play here, aside from my one ship. What else do I want? 37? I could buy, looking at you again. You got a little too much of everything. Maybe that's it. Look at some bigger ships when we start recruiting. Alright, so we'll just take that classic golden pot. If you want to read the story, I'm afraid you're gonna have to. And I'll tell it anyway. We're the Empire. The desert country is revolting. Their power base of the rebels is in the north, while we are in the south. Many of the populace view us as liberators from the oppressive rebel regime, but others are with the rebels. And here's an important man. Let's take the small pot. So, a Tarkin, a military officer of the Empire, or something like that, has found refuge in a city to the northeast, and I'm gonna go find him. Where is it? The northeast? Probably Barong here. And they've got the ability to purchase more reinforcements in that city, which I probably won't do just for the sake of cost. Now let's go. For the sake of saving my money. After that, I'm probably gonna go to Ashdod. In intelligence, maybe get some odd tips and some infiltrating action. Or strike groups. Surely they're not spawn camping me here. Now we're getting close. We'll send out a strike group so we can defeat them before they send out the alarm. We're gonna be taking the AA, we'll take the Lightnings. And that's it.
We are perfect for now. Roger that. Good luck.
The strike group already sent out, but I'm glad that they give me the option every time. We made it before they sounded the alarm. So let's do some fighting. That's quite the arsenal for city number 1. Kinda wish we brought the AA guy with us. Look at all these missiles on the front, on the top. So the Flowers got, what, 6? Slogger's got 2. Alright. I caught him on the ground because we got in fast enough, so I'm gonna hopefully maybe bomb the top guy here. By bomb, I just like throw a bunch of rockets at and not get my ass beat. And do some heavy reliance on the afterburners here to escape these missiles. You can just shoot and escape. Go launch one right now. Switch targets. Such a little cross section lost the audio a little smidge here. I did it backwards. All right. No. Come on, game. Come on. Thank you. Could be survivors on the surface, and if we don't save them, people will talk. We could salvage something valuable instead. Something we could sell, and we can use the money, but we must act quickly. The fire is spreading. So after every engagement, you get that little salvage minigame. What do we got? We got a gun worth 2,000 bucks. A little bit lighter than the ones we were using. We get some repair parts to speed up repairs. Searching for survivors is a dangerous task, so if we embark on it, we'll need to spend time putting on protective suits first, and that sucks. If we don't salvage the fuel tanks or the ammunition, they'll spread more fires, which will destroy some of the other salvage opportunities. There's the captain's cabin for intel on allies, on their locations, and the radio room, which will give us a cipher key to help out with the radio. I think I'll go for the fuel tanks, and I should have just enough time for that weapon. Yeah. I think I'm gonna leave the survivors be, to be honest. Take the ammunition, and then we'll see what else we can do. I'm gonna search the radio room because they always seem to start encrypting their communications way before I've got anything close to a cipher key. I lost a bit of kindness stat for not protecting the survivors, but I mean, hey, my crew are people too, right? Right. Looks like the main fleet is here. This guy's taking some damage, so we'll land him. Get it all fixed up. See a sweet 44% repair buff on the eastern side here.
500 meters. 300 meters.
Looking pretty yummy, if I do say so myself. It's a little star there. I don't know what these stars mean.
100 meters. Everyone get ready.
Couple light ships in the dock for purchase.
Touchdown confirmed.
Swell landing.
Thanks for your hard work.
Should take but a matter of hours. The missing firearms. Flagship's quartermaster visits you with a report. There are far too many guns missing on several ships in the squadron. The officers claim they were lost in battle, but the quartermaster suspects theft. Suspects someone has been systematically pilfering them. We can begin the investigation, which, as I have discovered, lowers crew morale, which I want to keep high, so I will just put my trust in the officers. Our worldview is changing, which influences our dialogue options and whatnot in the future. Looks like this is not the lair of the elusive Tarkin, so I will be moving on, I suppose. I'll take a look at the ships we've got for hire, though. Here's the flower that we were facing off earlier. It's got some light guns, some missiles. Looks like a shoot and scoot sort of play style on that guy. Too expensive for my liking. There's another bomber. I could, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna take the bombs because munitions are hard to find, and I'm gonna sell the rest. Also, we gotta put you up for repairs. Half an hour? Easy. Alright. Put the bombs in my inventory. I've got that gun that I salvaged. I'll just keep it around for now. I'll sell it later if I need to. We could keep the cannon as well. Point defense. Again, we can sell it later if we need to. I think I will do that. Sell the hull. Let's take a look at our fleet here. complaint everyone has about this game, I suppose me included, is that this heavy cruiser is just like so heavy and slow and fuel inefficient. So that the hardcore players, what they do is they'll make like a really stripped back design, which takes like the first hour of their playthroughs. I'm not gonna do that, of course. I would rather just kind of stick with what the game lore has given me and treat it as a challenge, like the slow ass and completely unarmed motherships in Homeworld. But I don't know. There comes a very hard to distinguish line in this game between just how much do I strip back these ships for functionality while also preserving the sort of respect I have for the game's lore. So for now, I'm not gonna touch them. I've already made one step towards that line by building this little guy. So we're done with the ship works. The last ship for sale is another AA Corvette. I think I'm gonna pull the same sort of deal here, where I'm gonna take out the little sprint anti-air rockets and then sell the rest. Got 4 of them. This could prove to be valuable reloads. Looks like I took some hull pieces too. That's okay. I'll take a fire extinguisher as well. And I'll sell the rest. Now we gotta fuel up. This is gonna be a big cost sink. Oh yeah. Could buy half our money. Earlier game, I like spending time doing our stuff. Far northeast. So we could be talking about Tabal. Maybe Jabbok. We're gonna go to Jabbok either way because that is the first save point where you can reload your campaign save from this point at any time. There are a few more as well, like an arc up here. Zopa. And our ultimate goal, Kiva. Quite a way to go, huh? I'm still gonna concern myself with getting some intel. Got a radio signal to intercept. This is also good intel. Pick the frequency. Locate the direction. It's coming from Chem up here. What does it say? Arriving in 10 hours. Moving, and then a secret direction that we did not intercept. Which is probably the only like piece of the message we actually needed. So we know there's HighFleet up here doing something. Not much of a lead, sadly. Probably gonna get whined at for staying in the city for too long. There he is. Someone's gonna send a message to the governor. And when they do that, it'll probably attract all the strike fleets to me. But until then... yeah, almost filled up. Now we're very dangerous. But I gotta squeeze out every last drop of fuel here. I tend to go. You know what, maybe? Hold that thought. Maybe we can send the bulk of the fleet east while the rest goes west. If I take a Skylark and 2 Lightnings, give them full fuel. They cannot reach us from Ashad, likely, so never mind. What if I add my little... alright. That's It's still gonna be a bit of a stretch. Wow, and it's so close. It's annoying. What about the... Nope, that makes it worse. What about one lightning? Alright, so if I can trust myself to capture one town, just for the intel, mind you, while the rest of the fleet goes east, that'll probably be quite the fuel savings. You can go that way.
Come back in one piece.
The rest of us... Hey, hush. The rest of us will go east. Where the fuel is cheap. That's a good deal. You guys are pretty speedy. Alright, get ready for combat. They have just seen us, but that bar is ticking down way too slow. We're almost here, look out! Alright, looks like they've got a bit of a lighter... Well, maybe not a lighter fleet. They got a bomber, so that's interesting. And some more ships with missiles. Missiles are the only thing I'm really scared about. Okay, quite the hit. Good. Missed her lifting off. They lost some thrust from getting shot in the ass. What an interception.
The enemy has been destroyed.
One down. Nope, I'm gonna... Ow. Alright, I had one extinguisher at least, so that's good. Pound you a little bit more. Blast out of the way here. Whoa, he dodged. He's the best dodger. It's all about getting my aim back. If you can aim, you can win. If you can't aim, then you're gonna end up like me. Almost got them all. It's my only combat ship, so we better use up on the afterburners, maybe. Except for right now. Come on. Come on. I gotta get this one. So dead. Alright. He's dead. Not nail biting in the slightest, mind you. This gun, excuse me, this gun's expensive, but comes with a 50% chance of accident. Mind you, I've never done one of these without getting into an accident, so maybe that's just a lie. I'm gonna put on the suits. You know what? Okay, never mind. Couldn't have helped them. Disassemble the hull, secure the captain's cabin. Let's, whichever one we don't take, the fuel tank is gonna blow up. Or maybe the one we do take. We still got a choice. Let's do repair parts. I think. Yeah. This is just a little side quest, so it would be nice to fix up the whole fleet a bit faster.
High reverse thrusters.
I see a nice 52 spot down there.
Beginning final approach. 500 meters. 300 meters. 100 meters. Everyone get ready. Touchdown confirmed. Good landing. Good work, everyone.
Very nice. The Doyen, who was a guy, who greets you after landing, tells you about a group of soldiers loyal to the governor, being the rebels, who left the city shortly before your arrival. These insurgents must be hiding in the mountains nearby. Let's put the ships on high alert. Crew is unable to rest during the entire stay due to the high alert. They eye the mountains with scorn even though they realize why you did what you did. Everyone is still eager to leave as soon as humanly possible. So no rest. They will not recover morale passively, which is fine. They've got 5 intel points to spend. Getting a location of a strike group is 3. Tactical group, which is like a smaller one, is 2. Traders are 1. Let's still work on our fuel here first. See, look at that. Like, $400 of fuel. That's what I like to see. Not $16,000 of fuel. Gets you fixed up. Got anything good for sale? We got some. One of my boys lost a fire extinguisher, but I think the repair has also purchased a replacement. I have no idea if this consumes repair parts or how that works, but I don't see the option to really toggle it on or off, so I'll just assume that they're going to be used. Let's get maybe 1 strike group, and alright, so there he is. Likely the closest one. Trade. All the way up there. Another trader right next to him. So the way we're going east is not very profitable for us, it would seem. Now, this little group. Maybe we could do a little bit of. We've got the IR scope, which is a nice way to passively detect traders. Oh, let me turn off the radar, by the way. Same here. Should be able to. Maybe it's a bit of a risk. Well, it's definitely a bit of a risk. Maybe we can go for one. Although, thinking about it, the traders are pretty well armed, and I usually don't do too spectacularly against them, especially when they have an escort fleet too. So, maybe we'll just coast on our cash reserves for now. We've got some salvage we can sell. Alright, let's go here. Maybe we can catch up with the fleet. Oh yeah. Even if we can't, I think we can still send in another lightning solo. Or, well, let's see. What are you gonna pick? What has some tanker capacity here? Alright, we'll just do it like that. We got the bomber, the AA, skirmisher.
Come back in one piece.
Pretty flexible. Looks like we did not get there in time. So the strike group that is to the east, or well, to our north now, try to intercept us. This is unfortunate because the dude we're looking for is in this area. You've got another. Right. Lots of missiles. I'm gonna put the AA guy in first. Now let me. Okay, no options. I'll get kind of close to the retreat node. Alright, or I can just get owned by a missile. Or I can just get owned by 2 missiles. Or we can just get absolutely annihilated. I forgot what the... I was just gonna look in the options, see what the key bindings were. Apparently not. We missed that one. Get such a feel for... No, maybe don't hit the ground. Yeah, thanks. You are weak, I must blast you. Alright, he's dead. Really glad it still shows me where the projectiles are, even when my pilot is blacking out through the high G's. That's gotta be a victory. We got half the crew. C for sprints. Thank you so much. A little too late now, but I appreciate that. Alright, what are we gonna do here? Guns recharge faster, that seems pretty good. Cruising range, more resilient against hardships. I guess that's maybe like a morale thing, but anyway, I like guns. I need guns. We're gonna need some cash money now. Most likely. 3,000. Oh, 4,000. Alright, just my luck. Do I abandon my get rich quick scheme? Maybe. Valuables in the crew cabins? Those are just the gifts for the officers, aren't they? Yeah. Alright. You guys have it for suits and the other gun? We might. We can always abandon the... Alright, we're good. Alright, we got something. Consolation prize. Doc, my boy here.
Fire reverse thrusters. Beginning final approach.
It's a nice controlled descent.
500 meters. 300 meters.
Also, hey, welcome to the stream.
100 meters. Everyone get ready.
How you doing today? Oh, let me just...
Touchdown confirmed. Success. Thanks for your hard work.
fix them up. Fuel them up. Alright. What else to do here, huh? Oh yeah, cheap fuel is the city buff. Be nice to get some cheap fuel, and then we'll have to get out kinda soon. Get the alarm raised. I don't know if strike groups kind of forget my position after the alarm has expired. Although that would be nice. Maybe let's send in like a really... We got the undamaged lightning. Maybe we can do a quick little like check if the Tarkin is up here. And then leave if he's not.
Roger that. Good luck.
Good with that. Alright, not a big deal. Excuse me? It's quite the tank, hey? I guess the alarm was raised there too, because they didn't start on the ground. It's maybe tougher than I thought. Ah, rocket boy. If I could not miss every shot. Please. He's right there. You have to miss all the shots. Oops, you have to collide with the guy. already taught him a lesson. He's had enough. Alright, now he's had enough. Get the hell out of here. I think my guns recharge faster. Time to go. Trying to conserve fuel. Got a bit of an opening. Oh yeah, get owned. He is owned. And I get another level up. What will he pick? More guns. More maneuverability. Maybe I'll take that. Alright, we've got another expensive... Ooh, a rocket launcher. This alarm has been raised too. Thank you. I get the repair parts. I get everything.
Fire reverse thrusters. Beginning final approach.
Just speed run the landing here.
500 meters.
Oh, I see a ship
300
on the
meters.
east. This could be the one. Now, what do I do with my big fleet once we've got this guy secured? We might have to go back west again, just to throw off the strike group. Guess we've got a little bit of a familiar place or two we could just fuel up without having to fight again. Alright, here he is. We gotta make this guy happy. We can probably just give him the pot, actually. Group of people from the ship approach you, all dressed in military uniforms, but unarmed. Name of the Empire, I welcome you. He loves it. Or, I love it. There's something I must give you. Omar's hands move carefully as he opens the pot. His eyes suddenly freeze in their sockets. He looks at you and responds. His voice is shaking imperceptibly now. He is incredibly excited. Do you know how hard these drugs are to find? What do you want, Grand Duke? I'm looking for allies. He thought he was expecting something else. I'm sorry, he's not my type. When he realizes that this is it, he responds. It'll be an honor. Where can I find other Tarkans? They're outlaws now, but there might be one to the north of here. Just what I didn't want to hear. I've got his ship though. Let's take a quick little look at it. We got some munitions in the shop too. Some guns rather, some radars and sensors and the like. Some planes. Might be nice to have a backup one of them maybe. So our new paladin, much like the little NPC's flower, but only a little bit different. We got a big artillery gun. Not bad. How speedy is my boy? 222. Compared to, say, twice that. The slowest ship in the fleet. Should we work on that? We've only got maneuvering engines. Pretty compact little boy. Maybe we can take off a little bit of a armor. 36 now. Just a little bit, you know? Maybe we take, oh no, they need a clear firing arc. Oops. Can I move these sideways, though? Maybe have a little... Just had one more little block here. If we did it like this, wonder how long this is gonna take. Maybe we can just tuck these in a little bit more. 2 hours. Not bad. Excuse me, he's already in the docks. I get it. That's fine. So we'll save it. fuel up. Shouldn't take too long. Now we've got an alarm here and an alarm here, and the strike group there is probably like down here or here by now. Which sucks because my little save point is up there too. So is the other Tarkin. So, what are our options here? Nuke the strike group. Go to the west. Be a coward. That's very appealing. What are we thinking here? We've got... Where's our little air wing? I kind of forget what the sensing capability is like for one of these guys. Let's just do a little test flight and see what happens here. So this is our air range, right? Let's just go like here. My little expedition fleet does have Eland. At least a little bit. Forget whether it's got a big one or a small one. I think it's got a big one. So we will have warning time. Looks like the plane's visual range is all it really has. So let's...
Warning, radar emission detected.
Yeah. Which fleet reports this? From the 30-degree area. Right, so they're coming from Ashkelon. What if we pull a really pro gamer move and sneak up to Jabak with maybe? What's the Eland range again? Or what's what's the normal radar range again? I was like, what can they see from here? They can see... If I go and they're still in the city... Let me go to the shipyard real quick. Do some research. Alright, you've got the largest radar. 750-kilometer range. Unfortunate. That's quite the range. So if they are here, stationed in the city, for instance, they can see all the way up to here. If I go through this narrowest little area while they are still stationed in the city, I will sneak by undetected. However, if they're already at like here, then not a chance. I will be absolutely detected. So what I think I'm gonna have to do, if I want to do this little raid, is go on a little bit of a circuitous route, just sort of through nowhere. And I'm not sure if that's something my fuel range can really handle. Let's wait till we got, like, Eland 2, maybe. Do have Eland 2. Alright, let me get a refund for the rest of my fuel. And leave. Alright. Cannot sneak by these guys. Very unfortunate. You know what? We're gonna go back to this little intel site. Maybe we'll have 3 intel by the time we get back, which would be nice. And you're just gonna regroup with the fluids here. Should probably get a bit of a head start. Okay, you plot the intercept for me. Very nice. This is a...
Roger that.
Oh, we still have a bunch of fuel here. Damn. What if we go back and get it? How long is that gonna take? That was the most useless thing I've ever done. Now we gotta buy more. We spent the fuel to get the fuel. We get no Eland warnings yet, though. The alarm is no longer raised. If we figure out where the strike group is, we could throw up to 4 conventional missiles at it. I don't know if that's really gonna be worthwhile. I'm just gonna go back to the Intel City. Radio signal. This could be a big moment. This is a similar signal to what the first radio message picked up, so maybe it belongs to the same. Maybe every fleet has one radio frequency they communicate on, is what I'm trying to say here. They're going west, northwest. Okay, interesting. That's what they're doing. And away we go. Tail between our legs. Haven't done much yet. We've lost a bunch of money. We got some salvage we haven't sold yet, but just looking at all this fuel get burnt up. Oh man. Strike group. So, anything else? These two traders are still kind of hanging out here, making lots of profit. We still don't even rest at this site, which is annoying. Morale's pretty high anyway, so I don't really care. Buy some more. We'll sell stuff when we need the money. But we better start doing something up here. The thing I hate about the Rook is that it's just so slow. It's great for first strikes, but it's not great for first strikes because it nerfs your probability. You know what? Let me try something. I won't let myself bring too many custom designs into the start, but maybe I can make the default design cheaper. $300 now. 2 bombs is enough. Sort of. And you got the point defense. Yeah, I wouldn't mind keeping that. Got the fuel. That's it. That's what we'll do. Give it a shot, see what the probabilities become. And if they're still too low, we just won't bring it.
Roger that. Good luck.
Oops. Well, I guess we'll find out. Oh, it's fine. There's a transport here, which, okay. Let me try something. I need incendiary point defense. So, we'll see if the... Yeah, I know how bombs work, thank you. Time to go. Get owned. And get...
Target destroyed.
Still lifted off. Alright, no transport to be seen. I thought maybe just in case, since I've only got my 1 combat ship, I might as well take care of the other guys a bit faster.
Target destroyed.
You are done. Alright. some good stuff here. Oh, 6 people. So worth it. Alright. Get a...
Fire reverse thrusters.
Ooh, we got some big numbers here. This is good.
Final approach.
All I really have to do is rearm it. All that quote-unquote damage is just because it thinks it still needs armor and whatnot.
300 meters.
Other ship just took a few bullets, so I'm not gonna dock it.
Touchdown confirmed. Success. Thanks for your hard work.
You are approached by officers of the landing team. Tarkin, sir, they say it's too quiet out here. No one's coming out to greet us from the city. This bodes ill. They insist you should seize the Doyne's palace and crucial city infrastructure at once before it's too late. That will probably make them dislike us, but if we send troops, they will probably dislike us. But we will be avoiding possible sabotage or something. Our worldview is pretty neutral, so I think it's fine to be safe, and then we can recover it later. The ground troops move swiftly. They capture the palace, the wharf, and the fuel stockyards without encountering any resistance from the terrified civilians. Alright, I'm good with free money, actually. This is great. Alright. Hey, we gotta put the bombs back on for me? Come on. It's because we have none. I see. Alright. They're still in the main fleet's inventory. Let's train the IR scope kinda northwest here, just in case a trader comes wandering their way. We're still refueling. Same frequency as before? Come on. A bit lower. It's coming from the same place. Just want to make sure the line is aligned. Let's try this. ETA in 13 hours. Traveling 110. That could be maybe 110 degrees. 110 is kind of a... They're probably going to Ashkelon if it is 110 degrees. This could be our chance. Refueled up. Would have been nice to restock the bombs. But maybe that's just too bad. The strike group is leaving. Let's do a quick radar check here. When we get here, the strike group will have to be 850 kilometers away. They could do it. As long as we make sure they leave first. They're bound to be a lot slower than my strike group. So, we may have to reduce the thrust. I don't know if reducing thrust really reduces fuel consumption, because it's still gonna take just as much fuel as always to hover in place. So I imagine it's not just a linear, you know, like hovering in place doesn't consume zero fuel. So maybe it would be best just to give them a head start for fuel purposes. There's a third, or at least one of the earlier ones. I was gonna move the fleet anyway, so. What's here? Reinforcements. Maybe we should keep climbing north. Maybe we can do both. Give it a shot. Wait till maybe another signal. Very different band this time, so it probably belongs to a different source. Especially if it's coming from where this trader seems to be. At speed 110. Speed 110. Not necessarily the bearing. But it is a trader. They're going to Kiva. So that makes me think maybe instead of capturing Jabak, because it could be the strike group heading at speed 110, even though 110 is pretty much the right angle. I'm not gonna chance that. I mean, right, worst case, I go towards him, I get Elint warnings, and I just have to turn around. Maybe we can do both. If I take this guy. He got the fuel. And this guy, you've got the fuel. Let's try this. We're gonna have to go north now. Here's what we do. You don't have a fuel range. You do have the fuel range, but if we have to turn around, you're out of fuel. So we can't do that. Now, if we leave the rook behind, same situation. Well, maybe not. Here's what we do. We go this. We take our pair of ships. The rook is staying behind. The rook is gonna get picked up and rearmed by our main fleet. And in the meantime, the Lightning and a tanker are going to go north.
Orders confirmed. We are headed to the objective now. Come back in one piece.
Alright. And you are grounded, which is good.
Warning, radar emission detected.
Alright, you guys are 90 degrees. Not 60, but 90. Hidden people. Well, hang on. This is fine. Let's check out the hidden people. Is something. Hello, hidden people. The hidden people. The city of the hidden people welcomes your squadron with great excitement. Its entire population pours out into the street to meet you. Children run to and fro with glee, the men offer their solemn greetings, and the women rush with flowers. Ooh. The Doyen of the city promises to help your squad in any way he can. No one fears the gathering here, the rebellion, and everyone wishes for your endeavor to succeed. Ooh, the gathering does. Ooh, the gather. Ooh, yeah. The gathering doesn't even know this city exists, and none of her people will give us away. Pyotr says confidently. We're safe here. We can stay as long as we need to. Yeah, this place doesn't look half bad. What do you say, Duke? Pyotr looks around the valley. Should we perhaps stay here and found a colony of our own? Half joking, he grins. You don't remember the last time you saw him in such high spirits. Oh, I can imagine it. Dowd joins in the conversation. You'd make a fine farmer, General. Why not? He answers unexpectedly seriously. I'm an old man, Sharif. living out my autumn years in peace and quiet doesn't sound bad at all. Alright. So buy some gas. And what do they have for sale? Not much. Just gave us our this is a lot of stuff. We got money. We got money. I'm not gonna mount these on here, but anti-radiation missile. Sent to target radar signatures. So, yeah, because I've never really done this myself, but if I remember correctly, if the enemy uses jammers, the traditional radar missiles will be jammed. If we're using anti-radiation missiles, they are only empowered by jammers because the source of the jamming is what the missile senses, among other things. I think. He thinks. In any case, we have to make sure this fleet survives so we can receive our cash money, bring in all that inventory to the main fleet. Especially when we go to Jabak and get the nukes that are probably there. I'm gonna have to send in the lightning solo, because right now the sudden strike probability is 77%, which is still pretty good. 78%. Alright, I hope that with... Actually, hang on. So if you have full fuel, you can make it. Or if you have half fuel, you can make it. You only have 15% fuel. It'll be fine. You take full fuel. I don't know if... I guess they just try to keep the combat ships always topped off and the tankers get drawn from first. I just want to make sure I have enough fuel for the actual fighting. Alright. You're going. He is going. I think I read once that doing a little bit of aerial, like launching an air wing on a town, alerts it pretty quick as well. So I didn't want to just fly in with a plane and see what they've got. We could, what's this? Armor piercing. I see no armor to contend with. I do see 3 big boy ships though. Well, one of them's not so bad, but the other 2 are the same and they're a bit heavier. Alright, I'm taking out some fuel tanks. Pretty good. Hopefully that was one of the heavier guys. Oh, thank you.
The enemy has been destroyed.
Looks like it wasn't. Almost got him. I'm getting better. I'm falling back into the groove here. It's been a while since I played this. Last time I played it was the last time I streamed it, which was probably at least a month ago. Still got half fuel. Alright, they are blown up. They are exploded. And I am feeling fine. Cruising range. Casualties reduced. Repair the ship faster. They don't accrue, you know, much damage compared to like a big boy ship, but they're always the ones in combat. So I'm sure it would add up. Whereas cruising range is not that big due to its low tanking capacity. I guess that would just improve fuel efficiency. Take the repairs. We got a cannon that could cause injury, so I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm gonna take the fuel and the radio room at a minimum.
Return to formula. Over. Roger that.
2 cipher pieces. Right. Oh, right. Not relevant yet. Alright. So. 101%.
Beginning final approach.
That is a nice one. If we can just squeeze right in there.
500 meters. 300 meters.
It's the grocery store on a Saturday afternoon experience. So I'm just gonna squeeze right by it here. Just gonna squeeze right by it.
Landing complete.
Easy. Get some good stuff in the store too. All sorts of good stuff. We'll just repair for now. Make a big decision later. Okay, we've almost picked up our rook. We can try this place again. No damage received by the ships, so we can just go.
Return to formula. Over.
And we might as well refuel you as much as we can. Until we've stayed too long, we'll say. No elant, so this is
Visual contact.
great. We got... Now this is a trader here. Visual contact made with the trader. Trader.
We're built formula.
Let's intercept them.
Roger that. Good luck.
Got 100% fuel. We've got hopefully enough cruising range here. We'll see how elongated that intercept becomes. Looks like we are quite a bit faster. Let me just do a little bit of a check here. We got any? It's just the guns on the air wing. I feel like if I sent an air wing to quote unquote soften them up, they would just get wrecked. So I'm not gonna do that. This doesn't look like a freighter to me. Thank you. Armor piercing. This will be useful to us. Start off against the Gladiator. I'm not seeing... Maybe it was just a tactical group, but they ran away from us, so probably not. They're also on the ground. This must be something... Oh no, this is the Eastern group. Yeah, of course. Okay, well the Gladiator honestly didn't take much of a hit there. Despite my efforts. I'm taking hits. What am thrusters is out. This might be a battle I need to repeat at least once. Light boy down. Oh, B is the fire. Right. Not F. F is flares. I don't have flares. Alright, this feels like a battle. I'm gonna have to restart. Let me just ooh. Alright, we got this. Definitely have this. We lose 1 morale every time we mess up. This is not the gladiator. This is the gladiator. There's lightning in the sky. We still didn't do anything to the gladiator. That's a good hit. Stop lighting up. Are they using incendiary or something? It's very suspiciously effective. I also don't know what those little arcs on the rightmost ship is. Yeah, 1 target down. Now, no more fire extinguishers. I gotta get underneath this guy and blast him next time. Alright, yeah, we're dead. We still hardly did anything to that guy. Oh man. The last option we have is to simply retreat and come back at different times, see if we have enough fuel to turn around. Oh my god. Sticking balls. Holy hell. I forget what the button to change ammo types was. Damaged his landing legs. Thank goodness. This is gonna be easy here on out. Thank you for that kind interception. Okay, remember what I said just a little while ago. We gotta go underneath them. Not get freaking obliterated. Looks like the gladiator just kind of raged at one of his allies. This is fine. I took that hit. That was my bad. I just thrust in the opposite direction. I mean, we're doing more damage than last time, but we just can't outlast these guys. Lost something. What we've lost is all our fuel. Alright. Alright. Down to 5 morale. Do we fight again, or do we just maybe leave? Fight one more time. small dudes first. One dude down. Thrust less often if I can help it. Fuel at half already. Taking out an escape pod. Alright, we're doing a lot better now. Do not retreat by accident. Alright, yeah, this is way better. Taking out a generator. This may be less responsive than usual now. Land shots. Closer to the retreat zone because I gotta just leave. 10%. Now I've got an unarmed ship. Alright, I guess I gotta leave. No missiles? No.
The fuel system is burning.
Screw you guys. Afterburner all the way to the retreat zone. Well. We can go back to the hidden people. We've got the fuel capacity. They'll have raised... No! Stupid! Oh, this is the other fight. Okay. This transport ship has no armed escort. She will surrender without a fight. Excellent. That's what we wanted to see. That's some good news. Alright, time to go back. Fortunately, we can borrow the captured transport's fuel. Get back really quick. You are still fueling. Second strike group.
Thermal signature detected.
Where is it? Thermal signature. Here. I don't know if it's just... Here's another one. Because this is the city garrison, obviously. Not seeing one here. And they don't have scopes, so... I guess that's it. It's not a strike group. No elant, so... alright. Maybe it was another transport or something, but... It's just not in our price range right now. Okay. Don't need to repair this, which is great. Still wondering if I wanna maybe... We could buy a couple of rockets, little missiles. That would be nice. Guess a little more powerful. Maybe I could buy one more plane. Some more bombs. All of them. All of them. What about flares? Those are expensive. these guys have no Eland, really, so I'm gonna pulse the radar once. Nothing within a... You have radar? Maybe it's that little fire control radar. That's probably got quite the short range then. Doesn't tell me much. In any case, I'm gonna fuel up, repair. Ah, this is spare fuel. We do not have the storage capacity for. And I'm gonna go backwards. I think the main fleet is gonna go west. Getting dangerous here, so I might cancel. We're all gonna go west. You're gonna stay here, repair. You know what? It's a good idea. Well, I don't know about good idea, but we do happen to have some munitions on hand. How much space are you gonna need here? Is this enough? Maybe one more. Maybe it just needs to be like a two square. This is gonna ruin a little bit of symmetry. Just moving the tank costs me money. Moving it back costs me time. Well, it's already done, so we might as well move it back again. That sucks. Alright, so the plan is... That was not the plan. Might as well be the plan now. Keep it compact if at all possible. Put him in. We need a launch platform. Can put this guy up here. Put the other extinguisher up here. Better put this guy in the docks. 28% on the far right. We're not really... Oh, I had my fingers misaligned on the keys. That would do it.
500 meters.
Which is good. Because that means there's an easy solution.
300 meters.
If we can get this done fast, toss a missile or two at that gladiator, we'll probably have a much easier time.
Throwing it ready.
And, as a little side benefit, we'll see if there's a strike waiting for us as well. But it would be really nice just to capture it for the little instant benefits that it gives us. Oh, thank you. You've undone all the progress I've made. Can I do this to move ships, or like move pieces between inventories? Probably not. unconventional Skylark design. Fleets are moving. New capture imminent. Hopefully. New capture will not be silent. Fighting against a small boy. A small boy who doesn't know what to do. I'm not even using any fuel. Oh, what's that? Hey, no. Alright. Alright, almost there. There we go. Textbook victory. For once. Okay, if we lose the fuel tanks, we're gonna lose a bunch of other stuff. And I would like the radio room. Got a 0. Once the ships have landed, the entire population comes to greet you. People are shouting with joy, bearing flowers and gifts. They clearly resent the Lord Governor's rule. A messenger from the Doyen has arrived. He says that the Doyen wishes to see us as soon as possible, but he is too old to visit us himself. Leaving our ships could be risky. The people will take offense if you refuse. I will pay him a visit. What you were told is true. The Doyen is indeed a feeble old man. When you arrive, you find him in a bed in a dark room lit only by the fire. Let's not waste time on words of welcome. The Doyen says he is about to die, but the Almighty has not graced him with any children. He therefore wishes to leave his greatest treasure to you. Treasure? A man by his bedside presents you with a small box. What is this, Piotr? You've never seen one before? This is a Koda. The only sacred book that survived the calamity. Most have been lost. The ancient families and dynasties treasure their surviving Kodas. I'm no expert, but I've heard that the Garati Kodas are genuine. They say that the Kodas contain a prophecy of the savior of the world. Unfortunately, all attempts to translate them have failed. Non-English speakers be like, Grand Duke, sir, did you read it? But how? Look for yourself, the writing is as clear as day. He throws a confused glance at the scrap of paper in your hand. Don't understand, how can you read this? It's written in parcel tongue. It's about some servant or other. There's more, my servant shall triumph. He hath been disfigured. He shall astound many a nation. Doyen cries out, that's right, it's all true. The old man's shout fades into a wheeze. My servant shall triumph. He begins to cough and gasp with excitement, his eyes open wide. The old man's family runs to his bedside. We are asked to leave. Everyone is stunned by this event, as are we. How did you read it? I don't know. Never cease to amaze me. Oh, who's this? Prince Sayadi read the Coda of Garat. What a strange and wondrous day it has been. One of my allies has cast favor upon me. What do we got here? Auxiliary corvette. Mostly just with sensors. I think that MP-100 Lagoon is the jammer. Could be nice to have some jamming capabilities. Maybe I take the ships just for that. And another strategic frigate. Let's try that. Guess who doesn't have the money? Right. Never mind. The alarm is raised, as usual. So we will have to GTFO soon. The rocket is almost built. The engine is not repaired. Let's try it again, shall we? These guys are landing.
We are rejoining formation.
We gotta get you some more fuel, though. As much as we can spare. Alright, no Elint, and we're quite close. 42 hours ago. I guess that was a while by now. Okay. Launch the big surprise.
Missile away.
See what happens. There he is. There's one enemy. Can he intercept it? Better not intercept it.
The enemy
Get
has been
owned! Yeah, screw you too, buddy. Guess I could land this ship in the dock, get it reloaded a little bit. A nice 68.
Beginning final approach.
That's looking
High
good.
reverse thrusters. 500 meters. 300 meters. 100 meters. Everyone get ready.
Just a little bit of tilting and scooping.
Touchdown confirmed.
Easy.
That's the landing. Good work, everyone.
The Sword of Damocles. Near the city, we discovered a smooth, level platform dotted with low concrete domes, each topped with a heavy steel lid. Took us a while to pry one of them open. Inside, we found a wide, deep shaft, and in the very center, a smooth white nose of a missile. I took these are nuclear weapons of the Gathering. We must extract them at once. It seems our enemy's nuclear arsenal is far larger than we expected. Admiral casts a grim glance at the launch silos. We will take the missiles. 1 missile. 2 missiles. 3 missiles. 5 missiles. 7. Hell yeah. Alright. We've got a lot of... Oh man. I feel like I got like 50,000 bucks. Maybe not that much, but... Oh, we got 7 times 4. Plus 5 times 100, 1.5. That's still a lot of money. Let's load one of these. Okay, so we got 3 nukes, 6 nukes, 7 nukes. Let's just load our other bad boy up here. This was a good idea. I would like to fix up the engines for real this time too. Now the game has been saved and I can reload the campaign at this point at any time. Which is great. I can save the game whenever I quit the game, but this is a save point I can go back to whenever I want. Bless you, kitty. Got the sneezes? Because you got all that dang fur around your nose. Ticklish. Okay, let's think about our next plan of action then. We've got the bulk of the fleet west. Oh, you know what? While we're refueling, let's rearm that bomber too. this, but I'll take off all these. That's the real rearm. 400? I have the bombs. Oh. No, it's not real cost. I already have no money, so... yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, so next little checkpoint city is Ark. It's on the west. We've also got a Tarkin far north of Tabal, which could be Sard, or we could check that place out with our little strike group. I don't know if it's worth tossing another missile at it. It might be. Especially since we're... speed really is of the essence here, isn't it? Especially with the strike group somewhere in the region. We can detect it. I'll give it a shot. We'll launch our missile at the place we capture right before we get there. And since we don't want to spend too much time in this area to really begin with, if we can draw the strike groups in this lonely quadrant, which we're never going to visit again, then that works all the more for us. So we'll maybe do this little strike in the east. Probably have the little mini group regroup back at the hidden people. We'd like the main fleet to start slowly going kind of northeast. Thinking about maybe... we've got allies, we've got support, intel, funding, support. I don't know what support is. Intel on a strike group would be nice. I was thinking maybe if I could drop some random reinforcements on the eastern group, that would be nice, but I can't ask for reinforcements in particular from anyone. So we'll hold on that. Although maybe we can just ask for support and see what that does. You know what? Why not? I must ask you to help me convince the crew of the importance of our campaign. Well, I don't really want that, actually. No thanks. That's just a morale boost, right? Well, I guess the guys in the east need some morale. The crew has refused my fight to fight for a reason. Your indiscretions and General Shaheen's delusions are to blame for this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty... This campaign was a reckless endeavor from the start. Okay, so I can back out. So he gives us like a morale buff. Well, this guy. Need to speak with you. Same thing. I'll see to it, I'll do it myself. Alright. So that's moral support. Morale support. Okay, very well. How about your morale? It's at an 8. That's not too bad. I think only when the... I know there's like a risk of rioting when morale is low enough, but we're not at that point. We're almost done. Let's go for that little mini attack up here. Fuel is only at 59%. I should have been doing something about that. Oh yeah. I suspect Prince Fizzle could lend you a small fortune if you but say the word. I will not sell any of my ships. I will sell some of this stuff. Now, what's the difference between these? Radar homing tactical attack missile. Turbojet powered radar homing missile. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. That won't take long. Let's go for it. Radio signal. On the main fleet. I don't know where that's pointing. Oh, we didn't do it yet. Pointing right up there. Ready to provide fuel. Could be a transport group. Just know that there's something up there. Not much of a lead. Alright, how about one more little blast for old time's sake? Let's get him. We got no elites, so I'm feeling pretty confident that we'll be able to actually carry out the strike. I don't know if they're gonna raise an alarm or what. I guess we'll find out. It'll be useful intelligence. Now, you better have something important down here.
Kill confirmed.
Yeah. Pretty thankful about that. They did not raise the alarm. Not that I know of. This is a secret hidden alarm. Anyway, half of the defensive garrison has been annihilated.
Target destroyed.
And so is the other half. Very good. That feels quite satisfying. And we get one of those big boy guns too. I'll take the ammo. Take the fuel. Anyone down here? There he is. He's auxiliary cruiser. He's got some big guns, some small guns, some rockets, some sensors. Your guards escort a visitor into the mess hall of your ship. Everyone falls silent the moment he steps inside. Cannot help but recognize his well-tailored uniform bearing the insignia of a high rank in the gathering fleet. Ah yes, this guy. Please allow me to introduce myself, Grand Duke. I am Admiral Wan. Until recently, I was the commander of the Gathering's 2nd Eastern Squadron. Gathering officer. Former gathering officer. I was relieved of duty 2 years ago due to disagreements with high command. I now command a group of others like me, so to speak. We're all former gathering officers and soldiers who have had a falling out with our superiors. Can you tell your full name, Admiral? My apologies, but now is not the time. Everyone calls me Juan. This is the only name I can give you for the time being. Admiral pulls me aside and speaks quietly. If I say he has the accent of someone from the inner territories, trusting him could prove to be very dangerous. We'll just, you know, we won't trust him. We'll just exploit him for his resources. Let's see what he likes. Maybe he likes my respect for him. He's not afraid of me, so he likes it. How about we can talk about if he's a faithful man, he will dislike my speech that puts down faith. And if he is a cruel man, he will enjoy my talk about injustice. He loves just. Never mind. Alright. He loves justice, so he. Great. I speak the truth. How about we can talk about the ending the war? I can't believe what I'm hearing. Alright. Talk about, faith. He's a true believer. He likes my speech about faith. This is the last turn. I'm gonna give him a gift, so I can get some more chances to get a. I need 3 or more likes, and that was good enough actually. I can repeat this one. We already know it worked. I don't know. I'm not gonna gamble. I don't know if he likes I don't know if he likes the Empire. So I'm just gonna end it. I'll get a 1 star out of him. He'll join me gladly. Where can I find other Tarkans? They're outlaws now, but I've heard rumors of one living to the north of here. He got his ship. That's pretty good. He got his personal wallet. That's pretty good too. What else is for sale? Scarab heavy attack Corvette. I wish I could see the stats. Another lightning. Those are nice. Let's take a look at this big boy. He looks like quite the heavy cruiser here, or a cruiser of sorts. Big engines. He's got the 130 millimeters on the sides and on the bottom. Looks like he's got to be kind of high above someone to really put the hurt on him. Point defense down here. Not much armor down here. It's a little, I don't know, paradoxical because all the defenses are on the sides and the top, whereas if you want to blast someone, you gotta have them below you. It's a light cruiser. We got some extra sensors. If we use this guy, we're probably gonna take those sensors off right away. We'll definitely do something with him. How much will I sell it for? 70,000 worth of parts. This is nice. Get some missiles. We get some sprints. Kind of just wondering if I could get away with repositioning the weapons. I guess on the sides, you can still attack someone on either side with only 2 cannons, however. If I wanted to really refit this into a true war machine, I would probably have to thin out the tanks. Maybe have the top 2 present, or more like only the bottom 2 present. I can clear up the space from the top 2, add some more hull and whatnot, put the bottom 2 guns here instead. Maybe they could have quite the broadside there. Although the point defense, it tries to do everything and it sucks at it all. Because the point defense can't cover the sides, even if the side does offer a good firing angle for the main, and you're not going to be maneuverable enough to switch sides, which side you're being fired upon, fast enough to take out a rocket or something. I'll have to think about what I'm going to do with this guy. For now, I guess I'll have to get some fuel. There's another Tarkin up to the north. Probably one of the ones up at Tarshish up here. You know what? Maybe I can bring these boys up north if they've got the fuel range just right up through the gap there. Maybe I can even find another hidden city up on the way. Maybe we can go west. I bet the strike group that was in this area is probably towards the south somewhere, going to all the older alarms. be pretty convenient for me if I wanted to exit to the west. Meet up with the main group. If we're gonna be refueling, let me check one more thing. Alright, no ships with cruise missiles for sale. And unfortunately, I don't think I have any non-nuclear cruise missiles in the inventory. Alright, never mind. Oh, well, I do. I do indeed. Throw one on there. Just to make sure this little group is independent enough to make its way up north and operate by itself for a little while longer. Because if we're gonna keep these two groups split apart for longer than I anticipated, we're gonna have to make sure they're both pretty self-sufficient. Especially considering how much in the way of just raw value in the payload, raw value in the cargo bay he's got. Alright, so that's what I'll do. I'll have them both proceed north a little bit separately. Try to group together at Shethy over here. Sheath. Fuel's cheap. Maybe there'll be some hidden people along the way. Even better. But right now, I think I'm gonna end off the stream. Got an hour to do stuff before work. This time I've got no reason to restart, which is fantastic, because I never wanted to restart. That was the big roadblock keeping me from streaming this game again, but now we've got a nice foundation that I'm pretty happy with. Take some time to digest what's happened, get a better plan of action, then just see what happens. Right, kitty? He's a good boy. Just a good one. Alright, so we're gonna go to the main menu. This was the lowermost slot. Yes. Alright, so that's the stream for today. Catch me, like, whenever. Good luck doing that. And thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day.